This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 905, Getting Flashed. Enjoy. Now, the question that comes up in terms of these rewards, are these more useful than the Dark Onyx Core items, which I think we should move to now? Because we've just really underscored here that portable obelisks and threat mitigation methods are something that people are interested in, and Tanis would probably use. But is that more interesting combined with the neutronium salvage? Is that more interesting than the Dark Onyx cores for enhancing our alchemical onyx jewelry?
I think the Dark Grace of the Elves is a really good one. The other two I think are a little bit more marginal.
Yeah. And I'm just going to start with the Dark Facet of Luck, which is the enhancement to the Luck of the Dwarves or Hazelmere's Ring, because that one has drawn some criticism in the Clue community, and it's kind of like a meh whatever kind of update to that ring. And to make this, you need the Dark Onyx Core from the event, 7 corporeal components, 10 onyx, and 10 muddy keys. Now, what this does to your Luck of the Dwarves is it enhances the Luck of the Dwarves to have a teleport to the Barbarian camp, I believe it is. That's where it goes. Or, sorry, the Dwarven Outpost.
Yeah, the Dwarven Outpost. So it's the west of the coal mine.
Yeah, west of the coal trucks. It also gives you a 1% chance to skip a step on the completion of a clue step, and a 0.1% chance to gain 2 caskets from the completion of a clue scroll. And in general, in terms of the amount of clues completed and the amount of steps that are done by cluers, they feel that, okay, this is kind of a nice thing to have, but it's not something I'm gonna jump up and down about, just because of the how infrequently this stuff is gonna happen. But I guess if you're doing lots of clues, that extra 2 caskets could be nice. The teleport, I guess, is okay, because I don't know that there's anything that teleports near there. I think your closest thing is, what, the Sears Lodestone? But even then, that's a bit of a run.
Sears Lodestone or Games Necklace to Barbarian Outpost.
Yeah.
That would be the next closest, I think.
And hence why the reaction to this one was kind of flat. So I think if you're an avid cluer and you're going to be doing thousands of clues and thousands of clue steps, this is one that you're going to look at. So I think, if anything, this one's probably the flattest of the bunch. So,
yeah, it's definitely for the top-end clue people.
Yeah.
It's a marginal improvement.
Yeah. Next, I want to go to the Dark Facet of Passage, which is, by its name, as you might guess, enchantment for the passage of the abyss. Once again, Dark Onyx Core, Ascended Components, 10 Onyx, an Abyssal Wand, and an Abyssal Orb. And what this does is it grants your passage of the abyss infinite teleport charges. So you don't need to recharge the passage of the abyss.
This is another one I think is actually pretty... Like, this sounds really good, but I think it's actually fairly marginal, because in my experience, the passage of the abyss already functionally has infinite charges.
Yeah, because you put so many into it.
Right. Well, the charge mechanics right now are you spend 1 fortunate component, and that gives you, I think it's 500 teleport charges.
Right.
You will never use 500. If you use 500 teleports to get a single fortunate component from clues,
there's a problem.
Do not buy a lottery ticket. You are the antithesis of luck.
That's true. That is a good point.
And at the same time, I mean, fortunate components are what, 1.4 mil-ish? I mean, it's not like it's a huge cost to recharge. So
I feel like the main benefit to this is you don't have to quote unquote waste a fortunate component,
right,
that could have gone to make an alchemical onyx or an alchemical hydrix to sell. And that's okay. Sure. Fine.
And, I'm the only people that I know that use the passage of the abyss or cluers. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So, both of these are aimed at them, and they're just kind of, okay, whatever, nice to have. But then we go to the Dark Facet of Grace, which is for the Grace of the Elves, 7 Sarin components, 10 Onyx, and 5 Crystal Tool Seeds. And what this does for you, Tanis, you're going to want one of these. It increases your maximum porter charges from 500 to 2,000.
Oh, snap! Oh, I want it. I want it now. Oh.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I need that.
Well, get doing flash events, bud. Or just buy the enchantment off of the exchange. But I heard on launch day one of these sold for max cash.
Yeah,
they'll come down. They'll come down.
Yeah, they'll come down eventually.
But that's not all it does. It improves the skill prayer drain reduction rate from 50 to 100%. So you won't drain your prayer points when using those prayers with Grace of the Elves.
Oh, I need this. How can this one be so good and the other one so meh? Like this?
Just think of all the time you spent at the smithery sucking those potions down.
Well,
or did you use prayer renewal, or did you use the Elven Ritual Shard?
Once I figured out I should be using the Elven Ritual Shard, that's what I did.
Okay.
But then once I got the offhand, I didn't have to worry about it at all.
Yeah, I was going to say the offhand already does this for smithing at least, but I guess for smithing. For some of the other skills, it would be nice, like light form and that for your pickpocketing.
Yep, exactly.
And once again, it's a question just like the other two. Do you need this, or is it just going to be a quality of life and enhancement for your skill?
Well, right? I'm going to need this for 120 all. I'm wondering too if this would probably affect crystallize. So
light form.
Yeah, no, I would need this. I need it. I want it.
And this brings it to the question of the reward space and why they chose this reward space, and this was touched on in the live stream. And the idea behind it is that they chose this one because they feel that the alchemical onyx items are just something that so many people interact with that it made sense to do it for this. You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe or leave a comment.